Okay, so basically, um, we are in the second round officially. Just finished up the games with Miami, New York for game two, and game one literally just ended for Lakers versus Golden State. So, start off Miami, New York. Jimmy Butler wasn't playing. Randall and Jalen Brunson were back from injuries, or I guess I should just say Randall. Jalen Brunson was cleared to play tonight, so that was cool for them. Uh, I saw. I pretty much saw the whole game for this one. Uh, there's not much to talk about though because I mean the only thing I really wanted to talk about this game was just because there's too many fouls on the Heat for no reason. Like the one that was on Julius Rand or the one that was on Kyle Lowry when Julius Randle was literally just sitting on him. That was a stupid foul on Lowry. Not in the sense that Lowry was stupid, but like the refs were stupid for calling that. Like what the heck? There's a lot of dumb fouls from the refs this game, and obviously Scott Foster, with his reputation, didn't help set the mood for this. But I mean, the Heat were really in this, which was kind of crazy to say without Jimmy. I mean, their best player tonight basically was Gabe Vincent, or you could arguably say Caleb Barton. But I'd say Gabe Vincent was better because he was just shooting like Steph tonight, man. Like he's been shooting like Steph like this for the whole playoff run. But even last year, I was like, man, this guy is really good. And that was the first time I ever seen Gabe Vincent actually play too. Like, and to see him in the playoffs was like really astounding to me. Like that man's can ball. Like that's all I could say. Yeah, he's shooting freaking 58%. Or that was actually Max Strus. He shot 58%, but Gabe Vincent shot 40 and 30. But actually, you know what? We'll say Caleb Martin was better because he shot more points, 50 and 50 from the field. 100% from the free throw line, eight rebounds, even though there was only one assist. But there's a lot of negatives on the Heat, on the plus minus. Still, they were really into the game. They're really close. I think the turning point for this game was really when I think it was Caleb Martin. He shot the three from the corner, and then it skimmed the rim. But the refs called shot clock violation, even though it skimmed the rim, and Gabe Vincent was actually about to go for a putback. But the refs called a shot clock violation, and then it went to the Knicks way, and that's when it kind of started unfolding into the Knicks game. I mean, for the Knicks, they were doing pretty good too. I just don't know. Because honestly, the Heat was more of a team game tonight. It was more like college ball where they just kept passing and looking for the open man, and that's hard to guard against in the NBA for some reason. Or mostly because like people are used to, you just give it to the star and let them run through it, and let them run the play or whatever. So, I think the Heat or the Knicks were just like kind of confused by that and didn't know how to actually play against it because they don't usually do it. But shout out to Jalen Brunson for 30. You had RJ Barrett with 24, 25 from Julius Randle. And then, I mean, the only thing I would say is Mitchell Robinson was kind of not even there, really. Like, you had Cody Zeller come in, and whenever Bam came out, Cody Zeller was actually solid and was actually going to get his own buckets and stuff and playing good defense. So that was kind of crazy. Yeah, I wish Bam was better. I do wish Bam was better though. I wish he shot more. Only had 15 points this game, but hey. Yeah, and then the bench I would say just wasn't as good as tonight for the Knicks. Didn't make as many points yet. 3, 6 from Hartenstein, Q Grimes, and Quickly, and 0 points from Obi Toppin. So, I mean, yeah. But the game I really wanted to talk about was Lakers and Warriors. Man, what an amazing game to watch tonight, man. Okay. Just going back and forth from all this. Like, it was literally a back and forth game the whole time. And the only player I really... Okay, there's two players I want that stood out to me. AD and Vanderbilt. Like, Vanderbilt was playing great defense on Steph, man. He was just looking for him the whole time. And then that play where he just kept following him around, and then Steph was doing his little running around people and was about to make a floater or do a layup or whatever, and then just Vanderbilt just came out of nowhere and just blocked the hell out of him. So that was great to see. He kept Steph like on control, and then even Dennis Schroeder, I gotta give him some props too because he was playing some great defense. But the other player that I gotta really talk about tonight was Anthony Davis. Man, this man was going off this game. 30 points, 23 rebounds, and 5 assists. I mean, and then 58% from the field, 0% from three. But let's not talk about that. He was really great tonight, and he stood against his own with Kevon Looney even though Kevon Looney still got over 23 rebounds and 16 or 7 offensive and 16 defensive. I mean, they just got to work on that. Just the one in Gabriel, but what's crazy to me is AD was actually playing almost the whole. Actually, it did play the whole second half for the Lakers, and like there was no substitution for him for the first half. It was Wenyen Gabriel who came in for 4 minutes. I was like, okay, well that's cool. And then the second half, I was like in the middle of the fourth quarter, I was like, wait, AD hasn't been taken out at all. And this guy's injury prone. What are we doing? Let's at least be cautionary. But I was like, but then he kept going at it and like held his own. Was 100% from the free throw line. That was actually kind of crazy. And that's where this game kind of favored for the Lakers. Even though we had 3 people shoot, I don't know how many threes it was, over 10 threes tonight. And they made 21 out of them together for the Warriors. It was just crazy to see that like the Lakers were actually winning because of the free throw attempts and like getting to the free throw line. And the Lakers got to learn how to stop doing that. And especially with Draymond Green, he was in foul trouble. Same with Kevon Looney, I think it was. He had 3 fouls. Everyone had 3, almost good. Jordan Poole had 5 fouls, which is kind of crazy. Jordan Poole, and then I'll get to him in a minute. But basically, they just need to work on not fouling this Laker team because they're one of the best we know, like they're the top 5 percentile to like get free throws, and they made almost all of them tonight. I mean, let's see, 25 out of 29. Yeah, 86% from the. And then you have the Lakers shooting from 24% from the 3-point, which is not even that great too, and you're shooting over 40%. I think 40% from the 3-point line. Like this cannot be happening. And then Steph Curry was just being Steph Curry tonight, but it was just kind of limited because of the defense from the Lakers. You had some great minutes from off the bench. The only one that was kind of in the negative for me, even though he's not in the negative on the score sheet, was just Troy Brown. He could not, like, whenever Vanderbilt was on the bench, Troy Brown just couldn't even guard Steph. He was actually guarding Clay, and he couldn't really follow him around. Just kept missing him and stuff. And yeah, that was the only thing I could see where they need to figure that out. But I mean, this is a LeBron and Curry matchup again. Like, this is so great. One of the plays too, I saw LeBron chasing down Steph again. I was like, no way, is it gonna happen again? And then I was like, oh man, and Steph Curry made the layup, and I was like, oh, thank you. I was like, oh man, Steph Curry is about to crap himself again. But not like that, but sorry. But no, like Steph Curry was just like, oh crap. I was like, I saw him looking behind him, and he's like, oh shoot. And thank God he made the layup for them. But LeBron is just, I think, getting old and getting tired in this series. And honestly, this series in general can go to a game 7, especially since this game was really close too. It's gonna be a battle for both teams, honestly, because you have a younger team with I mean, both I kind of want to say are like the same have the same age group, but I see the Lakers being a little younger than the Warriors. And then yeah, I didn't really notice Gary Payton except for the dunk on AD. I think that was him or Wiggins. That was probably Payton. Um, there's the bench didn't really do good tonight, other than for Jordan Poole, who scored 21 off the bench. But then I think it was the last minute and a half or so, he goes and shoots a stupid three from deep. Like, what? What are we doing, Poole? What are we doing? Like, this cannot you cannot just shoot willy-nilly in here and there. Even though you have Steph who shoots kind of like that, but he has reasons to do that because he's efficient. You are not efficient, and you cannot be doing that to this team right now, especially as a former a former championship team. This cannot happen. This is immature, and him pushing AD without the ref seeing. I was so pissed off at that. Like, man, what are we doing? Like, what is Poole doing? It was just so stupid to even see him. And I feel bad for the Warriors too, just because, I mean, even though they do stand up for Draymond Green, like, he was just talking so much BS to the ref. And I understand you're getting mad at a play, but you can't be too mad where you're going to cause trouble. Like, I know this is what Draymond is, but we can't be too mad about this and just keep arguing to the refs the whole time. Like, you're going to get freaking ejected again. Like, when I see people joking on Twitter, like, oh man, I got you, Bron. I got you, Bron. I got you. And I'm like, no, Draymond, we can't be doing this. You have to be there for your team, even though you weren't good tonight. You still have to be there for your team and make some good plays for them. And you can't just be fouling out almost all the time, like being in foul trouble too. It was just a rough night for the Warriors, and I mean, every time I gotta say, the only thing was every time the Lakers kept going up, Steph just kept keeping him in the game. And honestly, for the Warriors, if Steph's not in it, I don't see this team at all making finals or Western Conference Finals or even beating the Lakers, man. So if Steph Curry gets injured, this team's done. But Steph Curry's still in it, so it still can go at least to Game 7, I see. Just because, even though this is why I don't like basing off Game 1s, because, again, both teams are still trying to figure out each other defensively and offensively and what plays they can actually run against each other. And then also you have the coaches just still figuring out the rotational minutes and what they can figure out. Like, I mean, you had Steve Kerr put in JaMychal Green, and like I said, you had Wenyen Gabriel come in for a couple minutes for AD. So it's just figuring for Game 1s, it's just more figuring out rotational minutes and plays and all that good stuff. But I mean, it was still a great game to watch. Also, I can't believe Andrew Wiggins almost got 3 offensive rebounds. That was so crazy to watch. So I cannot wait for more games from the Warriors and Lakers. It's probably going to be the funnest the funnest team to watch, or teams to watch out of the round 2, because so far Suns and Nuggets, it seems like the Nuggets are just going to gentlemen sweep them at this point. And then the Heat and Knicks I like, but it's only when Jimmy's there, because I mean, this last game I was just like kind of falling out of it. And when Joel Embiid actually comes back though for the Celtics and 76ers, that could be interesting. So hopefully, but yeah, before I go to, shout out to Joel Embiid for making MVP. Congrats. Even though a lot of people are saying that it's only for just to give it to you. Like, here you go. Stop crying. But I don't see it that way. I think you did deserve it this season. I mean, you were the scoring leader for last season and this season, and you were just playing your butt off the whole season through and just making clutch shots all the way through too. But I mean, I think anyone could have won this MVP too. Not to discredit Joel, but I mean, you had Jokic almost average a triple-double again as a center and shoot great from the field and, all that good stuff. And then you had Giannis, who's one of the only players to shoot or to make 30 or yeah, have 30 points and be 50% from the field and all that stuff. I think it was, or above 25 or something like that, but basically above 50%. I was going for Giannis, to be honest, but not. I didn't mean for that to rhyme. Um, but just after the postseason, even though it's not a postseason award, the postseason doesn't really help in this case, which does help for Giannis. But I mean, congrats to Joel Embiid for winning MVP. I think you do actually deserve it than other people. Um, but yeah. I just hope you get better. I hope you can actually play against the Celtics. You might. We'll see for game 2. I think that's tomorrow, and then the Suns and Nuggets are tomorrow as well. So, yeah, that's tomorrow too. So, I mean, we'll just wait and see if Joel Embiid's good for tomorrow. Yeah, that's all I gotta say. What was your guys' favorite play of the night? I gotta say my favorite play was probably Austin Reeves when he was just going around and just kind of doing a little spin cycle, and that or when Austin Reeves went to go. I think that was the same play, but basically Austin Reeves went to go kind of walk around, like slither through the defense and then just go give it to or lob it up to LeBron. That was so cool. Ugh, I can't believe LeBron's still playing, but yeah. Have a good night.